Good day, guys. Jamie Fragrance here. What is the best niche fragrance brand? I'm going to tell you. You will think it's either Creed or it's either Parfums de Mali. The best niche fragrance brand is Fragrance One, and it is my brand, and it is selfish, and it is cocky, and even, I think in biblical terms, you shouldn't be too much in love with your own self. But we are the best. Creed only knows how to do fresh fragrances, and they don't even last long except the first batches of Aventus. Let's kick the cat out of the bag like this. Parfums de Mali only knows how to do sweet fragrances, except sadly, we know how to do both. All right, cool. We know how to do both, not only fresh, not only sweet. We have the best perfumers. I have a secret about Creed, which I'm not going to tell right now, but the perfumer craftsmanship behind it, Parfums de Mali. They also use some of the perfumers that I could use, for example, without sounding cocky. Like they also have in their portfolio, you have one from Alberto Morillas. But okay, let's say it's all equal. We all have access to the same great perfumers. So it gives you a tie for all. But Fragrance One knows how to do fresh, Fragrance One knows how to do sweet. These two can only do one of them. Thirdly, the story behind the brand. Creed has a solid story from father to son, but actually, truthfully, this brand just started out about 30 years ago with their first fragrance that has officially been selling and stuff. Yes, the Creed has been out for a long time, but actively selling fragrances like they do, not so long. Well, still, it's a great story. These guys right here, no big story behind it, so they will lose against Creed clearly in that. But man, this sounds so cocky, but I'm at least the #1 in my field. Because when it comes to story, there's even another brand that has a cooler story than this, which would be Farina 1709. These guys were the first brand ever to sell a fragrance. Now that story trumps this one easily. But I'm at least the #1 in my field. I'm the #1 fragrance guy. This is my DNA in a fragrance. I want to be the best in my field, and so my fragrance brand has to be the best. To me, this is the better fragrance of them all. We are #1. And lastly, let's talk about how many employees, how many people do we have? Let me not even start talking about Armani, which belongs to a $23 billion company, L'Oreal. Let me not even talk about Dior, that has thousands of employees. And let me not talk about the many sales associates all around the world for both of these brands. Many people. You know how many we have? 0. We have 0.00 sales associates. You know how much they spend on marketing? No idea. You know how much I spend on marketing? 0.0. And still we're #1. And it's all organic because you guys are not the trendsetters. You are the early adopters. So you see what's cool, and from you, the trendsetters are learning. The cool guy from school, the other big influencer smells it from you because you're a fragrance freak. And these trendsetters spread it all over the world. So I'm just one trendsetter away, because many of you early adopters have it already, one trendsetter away from being a world-class famous brand. We just need one Will Smith, one Puff Daddy that says Fragrance One best fragrances at fragrance.one, done. A guy with 50 million followers, 1% of that converts to 50,000. You know what's 50,000 times $100 is? A lot. That's 5 million, I think. I don't even have so many bottles, but this is the next step. Thank you guys, I love you.
Wow.
My own crazy. Thank you.
Super. I love it. Really.
Wow.
Very, I mean, it's amazing again.
Thank you.
Wow.